coolest thing. You get your crown in heaven, 2 wigs. And she went like this. Which one do you want to wear?
I look too young.
Hey there, I'm Joan Van Ark.
And I'm Donna Mills.
And I'm Michelle Lee.
And we're not
done
yet. Not at all.
Okay, I want to talk about something that we don't do all the time. We see each other here now, but we haven't been able to go out to lunch for a while, but we did. And it was so great just to sit there with you guys.
Yeah, it was fun. It's always, I love having people right there next to me, rather than the screen. I mean, the screen is great. It certainly makes things easier for us, but it was nice to see you both and Scott.
And it was what, Marmalade? Was that the right name?
Yes, the restaurant.
we went?
Yes, it was really
Great place to have lunch. Great place. Go see it. Check it out. We might even be there.
Are you noticing my blouse today?
Let's see.
Gorgeous.
Oh my.
Very
All dressed up.
And
I'm just here with we're not done yet. The three of us. JBA in the middle and bookended by these two gorgeous ladies with me. La Mills, as in Donna, and Michelle Lee.
Yeah.
One day I'll tell them the story, not today, behind Michelle Lee.
Yes, some other time.
It was so great to be with you guys. But maybe we should introduce our guest. I'm going to read off a couple of things because this woman who I love so much has done so many things. I'm going to read it here. When she was much younger, she did a television show called Here's Lucy for 3-4 years. She did a movie, Black Dahlia. They're playing our song on Broadway, My One and Only with Tommy Tune International Company. Seesaw, she did On the Road. And The Witches of, how do you pronounce that? Of Eastwick in London, Theatre Royal, Drury Lane. So she's done everything. And one of the things I love about her is, and she does everything. She directed a show that I saw that made so much noise about her father's music. It was called not Bally High. I'm in the dark. You understand? With Raul Esparza. Oh God, I love him. But the music of Desi Arnaz. And ladies and gentlemen, here is our guest today, Miss Lucie Arnaz.
Yay!
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
You look amazing.
yep.
Look at
Well,
you.
thank you. We're
Yeah.
all holding up pretty well.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
me do a lot of face jobs. Anyway,
I'll have what you're having.
but
you.
Lucy, I left this out of our introduction to you, but I'm not going to say anything. This is a surprise, and you can start with it. She has a little surprise for the whole audience, all of you out there. If this happened or was released a couple of days ago, so she's going to tell us what the surprise is.
What's the surprise? You want to tell me what I'm supposed to tell them? Do you mean this book? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Are you talking about that? It's got to be backwards on screen, though, isn't it? You can't
No,
read
it's
it.
good.
Oh, it's
No.
perfect.
Looks
Can you
great.
see it? Lucy and Desi, the love letters.
Oh,
Tell
my
them how you
goodness.
found it. It's just
Look, oh my goodness.
the
All
real.
kinds- it came out on Tuesday. Yeah. I'm very pleased. It's an absolutely gorgeous book. It's more beautiful than what I ever imagined. I had all these love letters for 35, how long has my mom been gone? She died in 89. I found a stack of letters in her personal belongings that were wrapped in a beautiful ribbon. And it turned out that they were letters she had sent my father during the war in their early marriage years in the 40s, early 40s and the very early 50s, and that he had sent back to her during that time. And they saved each other's letters. And then when he got back after the war and they were back together again, I guess she put them all together in a bundle and wrapped them up and put them somewhere. And that's where they stayed for all those years, even though they were married to other people and all that. So I found them and I was like, oh my God. And I read through a lot of them, but not in great detail, because if any of you have ever had to go through dealing with your parents' estates and tossing things and deciding what you keep and what you give away and what, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. It's a lot.
Hard.
You can't go down the rabbit hole in any one thing. You have to sort of put it over here. I'm going to look at that later. And later didn't come for years because I was busy and I was working. And eventually, when we were doing the documentary, I remember going through them and reading these letters and thinking, oh my God, they're so precious. And it's a side of them.
Emmy Award for the documentary. You
Thank
got
you, dear.
Emmy Award. Yeah.
Thank you, I did.
Yeah.
So we used only a little tiny bit in the doc, and then 25 years later, Imagine Entertainment and Amy Poehler directed a documentary on them just a couple years ago. You might remember the Amazon show called Lucie and Desi. And for this, I had nothing to do with it. I wasn't producing it, they were. But I said, sure, have at it. And I opened up all the archives and all kinds of boxes, and I came here and looked through things. And I said, I have these letters. And I was afraid to give them away to anybody, even for a short period of time, but I trusted Amy to do what she would. And anyway, they digitized them all because they might use them in the film. They didn't use much. They used like maybe this much, but they digitized everything so beautifully. The fronts and the backs of every envelope, the front and the back of every single page, which is their own stationery with their names on it and lipstick kisses at the bottom of certain pages. And, seriously, that when I got them back, I said, well, now listen, half my work is done. And so I took it to our friends at Running Press, who have done several other incredible books with us. And I said, do you think we could make something really pretty that's part coffee table book, part memoir, of a time in their lives? And they jumped at the chance, and that was 2 years ago, and we shepherded it through. I compiled it and, formulated how I wanted it to look, and then did the introduction. But there's a timeline, and there's a little index in the back, so it kind of explains who some of the people were that they were talking about in the letters, because who's that and who are they, so that you have a context of what it is. And if they said, how about we release it, in early November, which would be just before their actual anniversary was November 30th. And so there it is. It came out on Tuesday, and the buzz has been just great. It's going to be a feature of the Rancho Mirage Writers Festival in January, and they're interviewing me, and they called it should be the book of the year, he said.
Oh,
for sure.
Really
bravo.
excited. So
Bravo.
So I'm very excited about that. And it's available out wherever you buy books. And we're going to do a book signing in Palm Springs on the next not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow at Just Fabulous, which is a place where they have wonderful Hollywood memorabilia and stuff. And
that's
there.
sweet.
So that's my surprise. Enjoy. I'll send you each one.
Read a couple.
Like to see it. Want to see it.
Yeah.
I will.
Congratulations. That's
Yes.
wonderful. Yeah, that's
Proud of
wonderful.
that.
For sure.
What a happy place you must be in to discover these things that are so personal and so much a part of you and your family. I mean, for all of us to be able to read and see that, it's very exciting.
Yeah.
It is. And, they're borderline too sexy to show in places, but not.
What? No, that's the best. Yeah.
Even these days?
Because well, yeah, that's what I mean now. No, not really. But it was back in the 40s, so they weren't going to be lewd, in their letters, just in case somebody in the army picked up one of Dad's letters. I guess she had to be careful. But they are so intimate and in a good way. And you see parts of them and characteristics that you never saw later on. And you just see two young kids who really were too young to get married and too inexperienced to be partners, very jealous of each other. Well, you didn't call me last night and I love you so much. And it's wonderful. And all the stuff about trying to survive during the war too, and the stuff they had to go through, and him at the camp, and her trying to, with rationing, and her mother-in-law, and the dogs, and the ranch, and it's intimate. It's really great.
Just
Anyway,
like real people, just like real people.
just like real people. That was the whole point. Yes.
Yes.
Gift for everybody. That
Yeah.
is so right. It's such a great time because it's the story everybody always imagined, the love story, even though we know a lot of things were going on at different times. But this is a
Right.
time for a Christmas book.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's
Perfect
also a time.
timing. Yes, perfect timing.
It's time because of the state of the universe, the state of the world right now.
Right now.
Anything that has the word love in it is not a bad thing. And
No.
two people trying
And
to be
genuine.
kind.
Genuine love.
That's right. It's needed, I think, right now. And I feel like a lot of what I do when I go out and sing or I do concerts, I'm trying to focus my material on something that is uplifting and gives people some kind of hope, plus laughter, plus joy, and just get out for 2 hours and forget everything they just heard in the radio on the way over there, And we need to do that because people have to recharge their batteries to be able to go back the next day and fight the good fight, is what I'm feeling. It's exhausting, this
No.
world.
It certainly is. It certainly is draining. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're so
And
right.
so anytime you can take a little detour into love land and kind land and fantasy land, it's not a bad, it doesn't mean you're ignoring it. It doesn't mean you're putting your head in the sand. It means you're taking care of your soul so that your soul can go back out there and be strong again.
I call it
later
soul.
on.
It's soul food. It is really soul
That's
food.
right. That's exactly right. Remember those books, Soup for the Soul?
Yes.
Chicken Soup for the Soul?
Yes.
Those
Yes.
wonderful books. And that's what they were. That's what they were.
Another thing we can do is
What?
to smile at people when they walk by. You're walking down the street. Look and smile.
Connect. Connect.
Way. Just
That's
smile.
right. That's right, Michelle.
Connect.
That's very true. Time when you're in the grocery store and everybody is so, intent on buying what they're buying or whatever it is, and they're in a hurry, and you get up to the counter. Yeah, and you get up to the counter and you go, "Hi, I love that shirt," or something, and they go, "Oh, thank you." Just a moment of kindness to somebody else, or like somebody has got two things behind you, and you've got an entire cart full of food, and just to say, "Hey, go ahead." The other day,
I
somebody
love that. You're so right. That's great.
Go ahead. I got time. Or better still, especially now with the SNAP food getting, all the money's being taken away. How about you look at certain people who have little kids with them and they've got a truck full of groceries, and you say,
Go ahead.
just tell them, if you can afford it, I'm going to pick up that check, and don't tell them you did it.
Do you think
just go tell the cashier?
Do we think that's, pause for a second, a good idea or not? Let's just think about that.
Well, I've done it. And I got to tell you, the look on the people's faces because you're not saying, "Oh, you are a poor person."
Yeah.
Look at you,
It's
raggedy. No, it's just saying, "I want to do a good deed right now." I mean, it's not like, and you don't tell anybody you did it except the cashier. You go ahead and you just go put whatever's in her cart, just put it on mine too. And when you go through, just
Oh my God, I love it.
You're in your car already. They're not going to say anything. It's like, just do it.
Just pay it.
Pay it forward. Just do it. And then they'll do it for somebody else.
See, pay it forward.
Have to be somebody who needs the money, Just be nice. It's like those people who go around and put money in parking meters. The parking meter fairies. Have you heard of those people?
No.
Yeah. There's people who carry around pockets full of quarters, and around Beverly Hills, especially because the parking is so ridiculous, right?
Yes.
And if they see one that's almost at 5, it's almost going to go, they go, "Hang on." And they go, "Poop, poop, poop," and they give her another half hour or whatever. And they just do it. And I just think that's the coolest thing. You get your crown in heaven, All you girls doing this together. I just think this is a swell idea for a podcast. Are you having fun?
Yeah. And Lucie, do you remember that we worked together?
I was just about to say that to you in about 2 seconds. Of course I do. First of all, the thing that's killing me, Donna, is that you look exactly the same.
Oh.
I mean, to me, you look exactly the same. It's just amazing.
Oh,
and this was 76 or something like that?
It was, yeah.
What
Yeah.
what was the show? What was the
It was
effort?
Who killed the Black Dahlia?
who uh who is the Black
Actually,
Dahlia?
it's called Who is the Black Dahlia? And then
Right.
they changed it back twice. Who
It
killed the
was
Black
so
Dahlia? Who is? But it
wonderful.
was called Who is. You're right, Don. It was called Who is the Black Dahlia?
And you
And
were the
guess what?
one who got killed.
I was the Black Dahlia. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was Elizabeth Short. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there were so many wonderful people cameoed in that. Remember June Lockhart, who just passed away,
I know.
McDonald Carey, Ronnie Cox, and Ephraim Zimbalist Jr.,
My
Mer
goodness.
Yeah.
Mercedes McCambridge played
Right.
my grandmother.
It's
There
like
was
a who's who.
it really is. There's an enormous amount of fun in Donna. And guess what, Donna? There's a new book coming out about the Black Dahlia. It's
Oh,
called The
really?
Black Dahlia. And it's written by William Mann, Bill Mann, who's written like 37 books, and he writes great books. He writes great books on Brando. He wrote a great book on Hepburn, Hollywood, Tinseltown, all kinds of. He's wonderful, and he decided to take this on, and he did a deep dive, like forget it. Not so much about who killed her and trying to solve this crime that which will never really ever be solved. But who, more like our movie, who is this girl? And why was she painted out to be such a hussy? And was that really the truth? And he found surviving members of the families of all these people, including Detective Harry Hansen, who was the one trying to solve the murder that Ephraim Zimbalist played.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to read this. They're going to do a screening here in Palm Springs at the New Plaza Theater with Bill Mann. And then he wants to interview me at the end of the film to talk about what I thought. But I said to him yesterday, I said, you're not going to, because he loved the film. He didn't watch the movie until he wrote the book. He said, I didn't want to
Oh,
look at the movie
Wow.
until I wrote the whole book because I want to be influenced. And so then I sat down and I screened the movie. And he said, I was blown away. I thought it was so well done and so well written and directed, and the performances. And he said, can you tell me how it became so great? And what did you do to make? I said, we had 2 weeks. We didn't meet anybody till we got on the set, right? We
yeah.
had not 1 minute of rehearsal.
That's always to
Not
me the
even,
most magical thing about this business is that these, 100 people come together that don't know each other,
right,
haven't seen each other, never met before, and create
right,
something and work together as a unit all the
yeah.
time. And that's what makes me want to stay in this business.
Yeah, me too. I
That we
love that.
can do
But
that.
usually we get, if we're lucky, you get a little pre-rehearsal, a table read, something to get an
Yeah.
idea of what everybody else might be doing, whatever. You meet the director, you go, I don't know about you, but I was hired and I got to the set that day and they gave me the tiny little like rolling dressing room, whatever it was, like a
Yeah.
chair and a table and a mirror.
Holy.
And a woman came in and she said, you're playing Elizabeth Short? I said, yeah. And she said she hung up 2 wigs and she went like this. Which one do you want to wear?
Oh my God.
And then she showed me 2 black dresses. Which one of these? I had never met anybody. I didn't meet it. This was my first day meeting anyone. And I went, I don't know. Try that one on. Here's a hat. And the first scene we did was me at the counter at the diner with the guy behind, that sort of weird guy who named her the Black Dahlia. Remember, he goes, you Black
Oh,
Dahlia. Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
oh, you the Black Dahlia, remember? Or somebody asked him, like, who was that? And he goes, that's the Black Dahlia, whatever. And that's the first scene we did. And it was directed by a wonderful actor named Joe Pevney. Do you remember that? That was his name. And
Yes.
he was just really a good director. And so he understood I got 5 seconds to make this movie. And I have all these people. So he knew what his shots were. And he'd say, Lucy, you're going to be over there by that tree. I'm going to shoot when you turn around, and then I'm going to cut. Then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to turn around. And all you're doing is you're looking for the guy. He's not there. Okay. And when I look at this film now and I think, it was what they did with the music. I mean, it was somebody great like Enzio Marcone or some great, person came in and did the music for it. And it actually came out really beautifully.
And they're
And it
screening.
had,
Are they
yeah, they're going to screen
the
Come on
movie for the book?
down.
Yeah.
Yes, in honor of the book, they're screening the movie. He's trying now to get a really pristine print of it, and because he said all I see is online and it's all fuzzy.
I'd love
So I
to
guess he's
see it
going to try to get
again.
it.
I would love to see it
You should
again.
come down to Palm Springs and be there that night.
Oh, when is
Wouldn't
it?
that be fun?
When is it going to be?
It's going to be, if they do it, it's going to be January 27th.
Oh, well,
Happy
Thank
New
God.
Year.
Tuesday.
Happy New Year.
After the New Year.
yeah,
Happy New
yeah,
Year.
good.
So anyway, it's cool. They're digging it all up again. No pun intended. But
That is such
and you know,
that
there aren't very many
case.
of us left.
Yeah, that case is so fascinating to people.
Yeah.
It has been for years and years and years.
Unsolved and very sad what happened to her. She's just this young girl trying to make it in Hollywood. And, you know, we don't know what really happened. So we were kind of making it up too. Like for me, especially, how do I play her? I don't know any, I don't know. I did whatever research I could. I think I got the part because I looked a little bit like her at the time, and Doug Kramer was friends with Gary Pudney, and Gary said, "You
Oh
should meet Lucie
my.
Arnaz." Then all of a sudden, I had a part in a TV movie that was like spectacular.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Doug Kramer. My goodness, I haven't heard his name in a while.
right. I
He,
know.
he was a lovely guy.
I have another good story for you. What? You can't talk about anything. I have to tell her one more thing.
I want to talk about your nomination, Golden Globe, you for jazz singer with Neil Diamond. What?
Oh my Lord.
I love
Yes, indeed.
Diamond.
You know what's so funny about that? I love being in that film, and I was honored to play opposite those two. I mean, one guy who's never done a movie in his life, and Laurence Olivier on the other side.
Oh my
It was,
God.
yeah, he
A
played,
study in contrast.
Cantor Rabinowitz. He played Neil's dad, and Neil, who had never acted a moment in his life, but was this phenomenal songwriter and performer, and yeah, it
Yeah.
was quite something. But what's funny is I got pregnant during the filming of that movie.
By Neil.
And
Oh,
no, well, in the movie, yes, in the movie. But in real life, it was actually Larry Luckenbill, you see. And so I ended up having my baby at the same time that the film was being released. And I didn't get to go to any of the premieres. And apparently I was nominated for a Golden Globe, but that went right by me. I have no recollection of that whatsoever. It was my first child. I was all about that. And it wasn't until we were moving one of our houses to someplace else that I'm unpacking and I went, I got a Golden Globe nomination. It was like, for what? Oh, for the jazz singer. Like, funny how you just like when you're having a baby, that's all it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the rest.
that's front and center.
Can you read one or two
From the book?
Yeah.
I'm sure I can. Let's see. Wouldn't you know where to start, but how about if I just read the first one and see where that takes us?
Okay.
Monday, 5 p.m. Sometimes they didn't have a date because you could send 2 or 3 letters in a day. And if the camp, wherever he was 3-4 hours away in California, the letters would still get there at the end of the day. Mail was crazy in those days. She said, let's see, this is from my dad to my mother. It had sent to Lucille Ball on North Laurel Avenue, which meant that she was near the studio or something. And his handwriting is so beautiful. Look at his little tiny, I mean,
It is.
and he encloses a little clipping up at the top. And he says, it was wonderful talking to you last night. I mean, this morning. Look, I'm sounding like him already. You sounded as if you were next to me, and I was trying to get you up to go to the studio. You're such a baby. Darling, I adore you, you monkey. I'm enclosing a little something that was on Kilgallen's column today. I don't know how she got it, but I do hope it was true. And this little column says, the inevitable has happened. Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz will be co-starred in a Gene Markey flicker. Lucille planes, don't you love when they say that? Planes east later this month to eat her Thanksgiving turkey off Desi's fork.
Oh,
And then it goes on to say, I just got back from MCA and had a long talk with Marty Juro, I what that was. Tomorrow at noon, he's meeting with Foyer, the man that handles Marion, and we are definitely trying to get out of that show. Keep your fingers crossed. We'll let you know. I wish so very much I didn't have to do that show and that I could go out to the coast and be with you and make that picture that I'm going nuts thinking I might not be able to work it out. And I'll see you here in New York for a few days and then you'll be gone again. And this time it'll be 6 or 7 months.
Oh,
Oh, honey, it's terrible. Why can people do what they really, why can't people do what they really want to do? Life is so short and full of miseries. And then when you have a chance to spend a few happy years, you have to worry about contracts and money and what's good and what's not good for you. I can understand now why all Carlson worries about is to keep working in as many pictures as he can get in and make the money he can without worrying about being a star or bettering his career with stage plays and personal and so on. I think he got the right idea about life, and that's why they're so happy. God bless them. By the way, how is their house coming along? I certainly hope they're happy with it. Don't let this lousy letter make you feel too bad. I guess I'm in a bad mood, but I'll snap out of it because once and become once more the smiling kid to whom everything looks beautiful and promising, and the future is something for the
Uh,
suckers to worry about. I do love you, Desi. P.S. I just found out that Too Many Girls is opening here around Thanksgiving at the Criterion. Isn't that great? Damn it, and you damn it once for me too, will you? The
oh,
Criterion of all the goddamn theaters in New York. That will certainly help me a hell of a lot. I hope I'll be out of town by then. Must have been a shitty theater, I guess. So, sorry, sweetie. I'm in the worst mood now, but thank God I still love you very much. I hope you love me. Anyway,
It's so rich. It's so
Oh,
beautiful.
it goes
so
on like that. That's what they're just deep with things that if you don't understand or you don't know who certain people are, you can look it up in the back, but
it's so lovely too that
it's
in his
lovely.
own handwriting, he wrote.
That's why I turned it into a book and not just some audio thing,
Yeah,
right? And a
yeah.
lot of people say, "Oh, you're going to make an audio book? You're going to make?" I said, "No, I don't
No.
want to make an audio book. I want you to see this. This is a tactile, tangible thing you can hold in your hands, as close to having the actual letters as humanly possible, because they did such a great digitization of these letters. So who knows, maybe someday, many months in the future, I'll make an audio version of it. But for
Oh, that
now,
would be
I think
beautiful.
I just want it to be something you can touch and see what it really was like. Also, who writes letters these days, right? You
hello.
never see beautiful handwriting and people with stationery. It's like, it's a lost art.
Yes, someone I spoke to yesterday told me they're a teacher. They said they're not teaching cursive in schools anymore.
They don't.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
my grandchildren aren't learning it. My grandchildren are not learning it.
For
I
a
mean,
while,
people are asked to,
almost a
use
year.
their computers for everything. And
Doesn't
Yeah.
it?
you text, you
it
email, how many times do you sit down and write a letter?
oh,
I'm going to
Right?
sit right down.
well, now everything's a machine, though. A machine and
I
cold.
know.
It's cold.
Right.
And that is
Yeah.
one
So
from the
I thought it
heart.
was cool.
What you
And
just read.
I know. And they all go on. I won't read you hers because really it's too long to take up to read it on now, but you get the gist.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then as it goes on, it goes into the early 50s and then towards the late 50s, and you see things deteriorate and you see their sorrow that they can't keep it together and they're working too hard and they're separated too much. And it's sad and it's beautiful at the same time because even when it ended, and Michelle knows this, they were married, happily married to other people for years, and they were better friends then than they were when they were married. It's weird. This was like passionate, tempestuous. But then it was like love, real love,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, so,
Oh,
so,
that's
so,
so
so.
nice.
It is. It's a beautiful thing to share.
Yeah. It's so
Beautiful.
nice
Yeah.
that you can bring that now to the public, who adores them, who knows them, from years ago and bring that to them. That's lovely.
Yeah. A gift.
Yeah.
I was only hoping, I said, I'm not going to do an awful lot of promotion for this book either. I wanted to do this podcast because it was you gals and we'd just be chatting, and if the book comes up, fine. But I'm not doing all the talk shows or anything like that because it's not about me. And that's the last thing I need is for people to just to say, oh, that's all she does is Lucy Desi stuff when I have a whole other life.
Yeah.
And so I'm letting this book sort of sell itself. It's out there. I'm doing a very few little book signings and stuff, but the word of mouth from the websites that people have on them and the Writers Festival people, it's people are excited about it and they want to read it. And so it's had a nice birth and a nice launch. And I'm just okay, bye, go do good.
I want to say something about you that really does have to do with what you're talking about. A lot of people don't know it. When you have, excuse me, this woman, you know so brilliantly talented, beyond, okay? And you could see who she is. She's warm and she's your best friend, okay? When she was growing up, she had kind of talented, very famous parents. So when you are trying to make it in the business, people want to talk about Lucie and Desi and Lucie and Desi. And I have talked to Lucie about this so often because she wanted to stay away and make everything on her own. And she did. Very difficult to do when you have parents like that. And I love what you're saying about the book. It's the same thing. There's a separation and togetherness because you're saying, I want it out there for X amount of reasons. I don't want to make it about me. There's a
Right. Yeah.
separateness.
Classy, classy.
Right. I kind of have to act as my own manager from time to time, just so that I can balance it and that people know that that's not all I do. I'm not ashamed of the fact that I do things like that people enjoy about them. But I've chosen to be in the theater and in clubs, do concerts and things. And it's odd, unless you're in something on Broadway at the time, people don't really write about theater people a lot. They're
Right.
not
Right.
celebrities.
Especially
And
now.
right. And
Yeah.
if you're in the concert world, it's even worse. That's like missionary work.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody
Absolutely.
make a little tiny bit of money, but we
Direction.
do it because we love it, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. So they're constantly coming up to me and saying, "Are you still in the business?" And I'm going to go, "I
Oh,
know, I get it. I know.
oh,
Yes, I sold out in the McCallum Theater in Palm Springs. I'm in the Purple Room, but don't worry about it." But
oh,
I've chosen that's what I love. It suits my lifestyle perfectly to be in that side of the business. I cannot pick up and be 6 months on Broadway in a Broadway show right now. I can't do that. I got to be here. My husband is a little bit older than I am. These are our precious years. I got to be here for him. I love being here doing it. So I
Everybody.
have to be in an area that's flexible. I can say I'll go off for 2 weeks. Somebody will be here with him if he needs it. Come back, but I don't. They say, "Oh, you're going to get a TV series." I said, "Just shush, poof. I don't want one.
Right.
I
You
really
know,
don't. I
you
really
directed that
don't."
about your dad and his music, the orchestra. That was so,
Right. Yeah. See, now that I love doing.
oh my
The
God.
Babalusa with tribute to all that great music.
Bapapalooza? Is that what you said?
Yeah, we called it Babalu, but it was a celebration of Latin music seen through the music and the arrangements of the Desi Arnaz Orchestra from all those years. And I had access to all his original arrangements. So we did an amazing night at the 92nd Street Y in New York for 3 nights, sold out 3 nights, and used only his arrangements of these fantastic American songbook songs. Most of them were in English, some of them in Spanish, most were in English, with Raul Esparza,
Um,
Valerie Pettiford, my brother on percussion with Papo Pepin, Ron Abel, musical director. We had two fantastic dancers and a 16-piece orchestra. And it
Whoa.
was absolutely fantastic. And then we took it to the Library of Congress because they house all my father's arrangements. And we did an evening there of that show, and then they taped it for posterity so you can actually see it.
Oh,
And
nice.
we did it down in Miami. We played around with the idea of taking it other places or maybe setting down a small theater in Broadway, but we couldn't get that whole group together. And so I switched it around and turned it into my own little Latin roots show. And I did some of those same numbers, but mostly other things that I do. And it's my tip of the hat to my father's music, because if it wasn't for his joy with his music and his guitar and all the things he brought to our home, I probably wouldn't be in the business and be doing what I do in the business, be a musical person and do plays and sing. And I owe it. I owe it to him, and it's where I get my joy of all of it. So it's a great show. I can't
That-
do it very often because these days nobody wants to pay for a huge big orchestra, and you can't really do it with a trio.
oh,
So,
Yeah.
No,
Well,
but that's so deep, so rich, so family. Old school. Well, it is old school. What the
And,
hell?
and I did it because the music's great. I wouldn't have just tributed him because he was my dad. I'm not going to tribute my dad and be having a night of boring
No,
old
it's the
music.
love
This
story.
this is great stuff. This music rocks. I mean, it's just hot. And when he passed away, I found these little cassettes in his sock drawer that were given to him by, I did. It was a whole cassette, like big plastic box with 3 cassette tapes in it. I was, what the hell is this? And they were recordings, like live recordings of places he played live, like the Rose Room of the Palace Hotel in San Francisco, which was then suddenly a radio performance. You know how they would do live radio performances? And they were his early Decca records, RCA records. And back then, what was that? In 1986, there were no CDs of my father's music at all. So I had only heard the music through some of the things he sang on the I Love Lucy show. And he passed away, and I put these little cassettes in my car and started listening to them. I was totally floored. The quality of the band and the arrangements, the music, the girl singers, the stuff they had to sing, such an inspiration for me. And I was working, doing lots of TV movies and televisions and a few films and lots of plays. It never occurred to me to want to suddenly go be like in concerts or nightclubs. But after hearing that, I was so inspired. I just thought, oh my God, just one time, let me be up in front of a band with arrangements as good as his.
Your brother
And within a year,
was
stuff started to happen.
your brother, Desi.
My brother was in it when we did the Babalu show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does he think of the book?
He hasn't seen it yet. This is in the mail on the way to it. He doesn't even know. I don't even know if he knows it exists. He's going to get one and be very surprised when he sees it in the mail because the letters were mine. I didn't have to ask Desi to do this or anything. I just thought I'm going to put it together, and we used some, photographs that I had in my scrapbooks and stuff. But he has no idea this is even going to be out there. Hope he's still talking to me afterwards.
So, but
That studio, didn't he have a dance studio? What was it?
Yes, his wife Edie, Amy. Thank you. My stepmother was Edie, my father's wife. Amy had a dance. It's so similar. She had a dance studio in Boulder City, Nevada. And that's what they did. He moved there with her, and they ran the little dance studio for kids. And then he bought the Boulder City Theater there, and they gave all their recitals. And that was their life for a long time. And he passed away of a brain tumor, unfortunately, about 8 years ago. And he's been sort of a self-proclaimed hermit. He doesn't really want to go anywhere or do anything. He could give a shit about the business and, performing anymore. I would kill to have him in my shows playing percussion whenever I go out with a band.
That would be
Because there's
great.
nobody better. He really is a spectacular drummer still with the kit, the whole drum kit. But you hear him play percussion and it's insane. He played a lot with Linda Pearl, his ex-wife,
oh my
who now
goodness.
goes out. Ron is her musical director as well. And Desi plays percussion with her, even though he was married to Amy, and he would be her percussionist. And Linda, she recorded her album at Desi's Theater in Boulder, and he played on the album.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Once he was standing, we were invited to Las Vegas because Liza Minnelli was doing her show, and she invited some friends to come up and be in the audience. So Desi was behind me, right here. And Liza went by, and he said, "Hey," and she kept going. He said, I can't believe she didn't recognize me. They were either engaged, right? Or something with
Oh,
Liza.
yeah, at one point they were, yeah. She ran off with Peter Sellers and broke his heart.
Peter Sellers.
Yes!
Whoa.
We could
It was
have.
a minute and a half she was with Peter Sellers.
A minute and a half.
Broke Desi's heart.
Oh, our business is so exciting. I love to.
Especially now, especially. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Everything's getting rebooted. Everything.
If you can believe it, it's real. There's so much AI out there. I don't know what I'm watching. Or if
Oh
I'm
God.
Exactly correct. Exactly
Rob,
right.
I was trying to get her during the show because I think I look too young. Look at me. I'm serious. I was trying to call her during this to say, hey, make me a little older. It's like, look
What
at
are you
this.
talking
Look at me.
about? Who are you saying about?
My
Calling who?
assistant. My
Your
assistant
assistant?
can play with things, and then all of a sudden I'm 42. You know? And then
In your head.
Yes, I was going to say.
now, look at me. Come on. Do I have
You
any?
look damn good. Don't give secrets away. Just
Yeah, right.
everybody. Fine.
Just, yeah.
I'm
Let
just sitting here trying to move
Play
out
it
of the
straight.
sun. I'm like moving
Play it
further and further
straight.
away from my window. Hold on a second. I have to talk amongst yourselves.
Yes,
Okay.
talk amongst
Hi,
yourselves.
everybody.
Michelle, let everybody think that this is the way we look, okay?
No, you do look like that, and Joan looks like that. I look
And I don't have a filter, so
younger
gosh
than
darn it.
you, Donna Mills.
I don't know how to do the filter thing yet, so
Lucy, you
we
look
just
great.
have to look.
All you do is
Beautiful.
spit. You spit on the lens. Just give it a
Go back.
give it a good patooey, patooey.
Just
And
on this little thing here, yeah.
there you frost it. Yeah,
Or you can
your
just
breath.
sit like this.
Yeah, or just hold
Donna
yourself.
Mills saw
Hold-
me last
I'm with
week
you on that.
doing this.
So many photos show that
Yes,
of that pose.
I
Botox
haven't.
or what-
I swear to God, I'm scared to death to ever go that direction. I'm just not going to do
No,
it. I'll
you're
just
right.
get
You're right.
stagnant.
You're right.
You
It's-
don't need
never had
to.
anything
Yes,
done.
Don't
and
need to.
you're classy, and you're
Right.
Stanley's not here anymore, so I don't trust anybody else.
oh yeah.
Oh, sweetie, sweetie. We are having way too much fun. I want to remind our audience to subscribe to us.
Yes.
You're
To
having
say that they listen to this amazing,
Buy
this
for Christmas, and
that's
tell
what
everybody
I'm
you love
thinking.
us.
Christmas stocking stuffers. I don't know if the book would fit in, but
That's a big stocking. But and also I think a nice Valentine's present too. I think I kept saying, oh wait,
yes,
you
that.
leave it out Valentine's Day, but it's just a nice thing. You know, it's like for we need a little Christmas right this very minute.
Yes,
Just
hello, hello,
doesn't
hello.
matter.
Yes,
Doesn't matter.
I love you, Lucie Arnaz.
we all
I
love you,
love you
Lucie
Who
too.
had
Arnaz.
her
We all
50th
love you.
birthday at my house.
Yeah.
Yo, that was so sweet of you to do. I spent my 50th birthday. We were just coming back from London and most of my friends were split between New York and LA and I didn't know how to have a 50th party and invite the people I wanted. So Michelle said, well, have one here and have one in New York.
And
So
she did.
I did.
Coast to
She gave me
coast,
those-
Loved it.
celebrating
Yeah.
coast to coast.
Yes,
The right way.
bi-coastal
Kiss your
birthdays.
hubby for me.
I will, and tell everybody they should go to my website and look at our Nobody Does It Like Me.
Oh,
Oh,
this is
Michelle and I got up at Birdland cast party. Well, no, it wasn't cast party. It was my show. I was doing my show at Birdland, and I had a couple people. My birthday party, Lucy's birthday bash, and I asked Phoebe Snow got up, right, and Julie Budd got up, and then Michelle got up, and we both said that we were in Seesaw together, and we had, both done this song. We thought it'd be fun to do together, and that's all I'm going to say.
oh.
You've got to watch it. You have to watch What Happened Then. And we have the tape. It's on my website somewhere. So
oh my God. Lucy's.
You can also look on YouTube if you don't go to my website and just look up Michelle Lee, Lucie Arnaz, Birdland. You're welcome. It's one of those moments in time you will never be able to replicate. And the joy of it for Michelle and I was that we all had a plan. My show, Lainey Kazan was going to be there that night. And we thought, oh, I know what. We were all in Seesaw. And, for bizarre reasons, Lainey was not. And then it was Michelle. And then I did the national tour. But let's all get together. Wouldn't it be fun? We'll sing Nobody Does It Like Me. Yes.
Oh.
And then Lainey had to back out at the very last minute.
Oh,
And
sounds
so
like
in
my
the
kind of
afternoon,
girl.
at the sound check, I went, well, we already had the parts all separated and everything. And we just looked at each other and went, well, we could just do it and what if? And I went, say no more.
Quiet.
Like
For the two of us.
nothing. Not
We
say
didn't
another word.
rehearse. It was written for.
Did not rehearse one thing. And then this happened. That's all I'm going to say. So
Yeah,
it's
go watch.
one of my proudest moments.
I can't wait to see it. Honestly, I mean,
Yeah,
It's
sounds
really-
so great.
Everybody keep watching us too, because I'm adorable.
Miss Modesty.
Yes,
And
indeed.
I look way too young
Yes.
for these
Both-
women.
12 years
both
old.
husbands.
And look at her, 12. Donna's
Well,
14.
listen, you know what? You're still at it, ladies. You're
Yes.
not
Hey,
done
Not
yet.
done
We're
yet.
not yet done yet. Not Knot.
Oh,
Not.
I know the joke.
Okay.
I know it. It's
Such a
good.
joy to see you. It really is, you know.
Done it. You too. I love you. I love your eye makeup. I
Thank
always
you.
have.
The eyes have it. The eyes have it.
Right.
And
She has
Donna
the best eye
Donna
makeup in
invented
showbiz.
them. She did it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well,
So are we
happy
saying goodbye?
marriage.
Is that why we're getting so nice to each other?
Yes, we are. We're signing off,
Okay.
I believe.
All right. All right. Well,
I think we're
I
out of
love
here.
you, Gal.
We love
Thank you
you.
for
We love you. Thank you
Yeah.
for the
Bye.
time and honesty and
Oh.
sharing.
Yeah.
All right. Right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Hi.